I'm Steve Best.
I'm Drew Jacobson.
And we are Hurtberry Farm.
Hurtberry is a play on a chili pepper. It's a berry and it can hurt.
At Hurtberry Farm, we love to grow a lot of what we put into our hot sauces. And by doing that, we have a real control over the heat and as well as the flavor.
It's always a flavor first experience with Hurtberry Farm products. Sure, it's a balance of heat and flavor, but definitely it has to be flavor first, even with our limited edition Super Hot Series sauces.
Varidescent, one of our sauces that just won us an amazing award from the Canadian Hot Sauce Awards. It's inspired from our travels from Mexico and India. And without our travels and our experience like that, that sauce wouldn't have been possible.
Chili pepper is the core ingredient in our special locally conscious low-con products, and we really like to accentuate flavor. We like to grow a lot of other rare varieties too that we've picked up around the world in different travels. We just lift up the veil here, you can see some of the brain strains we're growing. Getting nice and big. Actually, there's a couple here that are just starting to ripen too. Here's the Jonah Yellow Brain. 7-pot Jonah cross with a brain strain. Some of our Devil's Brains, which is the ghost pepper cross with a brain strain. It's getting loaded up pretty good here. This is our Purple UFO. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful pepper, and this will ripen to a bright red. Amazing shape, and the flower is really pretty as well. Here's a wonderful rare chili. If you were able to zoom up and take a look at some of these. As you can see, it produces fur, pubescence, up the stem. It's very rare. It was picked up in Oaxaca, Mexico from a cab driver in the mountains of Oaxaca near the ancient archaeological ruins of a place called Yagul. Hence, we called it the Yagul chili. Very rare. There's another one here as well. Very rare, an ancient variety. Here's a brown jalapeno, another really rare variety that came out of a weird cross, we'd assume. Big, giant pods. As you can see, the size of them is quite large.
We met in a busy commercial kitchen. I was working overnights, Drew was working overnights too at the time. And you know, when you're working in a very busy kitchen and there's lots going on, you start to bond with people who can get you through a tough shift, and Drew is one of those people. Always a hard worker, always dedicated and wanting the best out of everything, and that's kind of the person that you want to gravitate towards.
Steve and I have been working together for almost a decade at the last place we worked at as chefs, and it was really the collaborative, always talking about products and sauces in the restaurant and coming up with artistic ideas and ways that we could rethink on how hot sauce is presented through the eyes of chefs.
We were both interested in some of the same things, and Drew let me into his world of chili peppers, and one day I came over to this very farm. It looked a lot different than it does today, and showed me some of these amazing chili peppers that he's found the seeds from on his travels and grown, and the passion that he had behind it was absolutely outstanding.
It was a concept, 100% concept of a team partnership. And in order to go forward as a team and a 50% owners in a company, we both needed to have fair collaboration. And by having something with my name on it that Steve was already working on, it just didn't feel right, and the only other way to do that was just to dissolve the company and just start fresh with all these ideas that we had been working on, even in Drew's Chili Company. If we had been not working at the casino, Hurtberry would have started
earlier.
A year earlier.
Most definitely.
Right?
We were ready.
It was already Hurtberry, but we were still using the name, and we were like, okay, this is going to be the very last sauce. Was Fervent Root. That was the very last sauce we ever released.
The second last one was Exit Strategies.
Yes. So it was like we were giving hints about, you know, leaving. Exit Strategies, the barbecue sauce with the pig with the eyes crossed out on it. That was kind of an ode to, like, this is it, guys. Without saying to our fans and loyal friends, you know, guys, this is going to be it for this. And there was a lot of people that were upset about it, but now those people that were fans then have moved over and come along with us. You know, we wanted to offer something that we felt was a good representation about Steve and I, and to only give the best quality products that we could possibly put together. Every single bottle that comes out is literally a representation of Steve and I in a bottle, as well as the passion that we share for our beloved chili pepper.
This right here is a space chili. We have a few in the collection. There's about 10 out there. This is space chili #1, and these seeds have been sent into outer space through the Chinese space program and exposed to a great amount of gamma radiation. So they have these crazy long chilies. Some get as big as my arm. Leaves are massive. It's one of the really interesting chilies and something that we might be inspired to make a sauce with at Herberry Farm. They look decorative, but they're also edible. This is a Goju Garu, the same one that you use in Korean, like Goju Garu or gochujang, and kimchi as well. Really delicious pepper. We have some nice, beautiful ripe ones on there. Definitely going to use it in something. That's what we do at Herberry Farm. So this one here is a Pimento Cayexo. We love this one because it's super beautiful and really different, as you can see the way that it grows in clusters on the top of the plants. When these are sold in the markets in like Oaxaca and Mexico, they'll just snip off a branch and you take that branch home and use it in your cooking for the day. It's absolutely delicious.
I think a lot of it between Steve and I, with a background culinary experience at 25 years combined, we really found that there was a lot of products in the market that were delivering on the heat aspect, but weren't really concerned about the quality of the ingredients. That's why we always say fresh is best. Rethink hot sauce, not just as a topical condiment, but as an essential cook ingredient. The seed to bottle company that we are, we like to be able to grab everything in season and use it as fresh as possible. Not only just the low-con mentality we have, but we like to support the local farmers, the local economy, and everything within 10K as much as possible.
A lot of people ask us, how do we come up with the names for our products, and it's really a process. Some days just walking around our beautiful farm here, working with the plants, and a name could come up to us, and then that could be the theme of the sauce. Or we could have one of the recipes that we've come up with in the past, ideas and stuff, and develop that out into a super hot series. The names are just one of the things that we like to have fun with. Always a sauce with a story, and the names kind of help build the mythos behind some of the aspects of Herberry Farm.
For example, we'll talk about the Trifecta, which are our first 3 signature sauces that we ever produced at Herberry before we even did a super hot series. Varidescent was inspired by the color. Varidescent means almost green or becoming green, and we thought that would be a very interesting name for Varidescent, our Canadian award winner for best mild hot sauce. Even Starless, the darkness, dark as a starless night, we thought because of the 70% dark cocoa in coffee. Charred threads because of the charred bell peppers and the Ontario grown saffron threads from our friends at True Saffron, as well as the Korean chili threads. So there is a story behind everything, and even every single ingredient that Steve and I put in at Herberry Farm into our products is there for a reason. We don't just pop things in there for the sake of it because it sounds cool. They all play together like a member in a band or a player in an orchestra.
Like our most recent edition, Petrichor, which is out now, it's a really tight snapshot of what we had available because of this thing called petrichor, which is the smell of wet ground after a rain on a hot summer. And we've had a hot summer here, and that rain that we got allowed us to get the mushrooms that make this sauce, and that's what makes it super special. There's nothing else like it.
It's all about using the chili pepper, coaxing the best ingredients. While we do a super hots, which are up at the 10 out of 10, but we do stuff that's like 1 out of 10, like our smoked chili and bourbon infused maple syrup, our Varidescent, Canadian hot sauce award winner for best mild, also a Heatwave Eternal Flame award winner for best mild, and a 3rd place winner at the Royal Winter Fair. So people are really starting to latch on to that flavor first thing. Here's one of the varieties that we really like to grow here at Herberry Farm. As you can see, it's in the transition of the mustard color here. This is the mustard Naga brain. It goes from that beautiful purple color here to like a green and then to a final mustard. And the cool thing about this is the 2-tone leaves. Green on the bottom, purple on the top. Ghost Reaper. So as you can see, the beautiful purple outline on the leaves, and look at the size of these pods. So this one here is a ghost pepper crossed with a Carolina Reaper. Jabba the Hutt. As you can see, really, really cool pods. Huge, loaded. Some more Carolina Reapers.
What we want people to know at Hurtberry Farm is that we take the extra time and care to source out these ingredients because we know that the end result is better. For those who have tasted our sauces, you know that the ingredients that we use are a bit unique, and some of those are unique to our area, and that's why we love to use them. It's our local area that really helps make Hurtberry Farm what it is. A goal that we have is to have a larger farm where we can grow our chilies, manufacture our own stuff on site, and have a really tight-knit web within our local farming community where we can source everything that we need. That's one of the ultimate goals. We love being located in Scugog, Uxbridge, Port Perry area. There's so much bounty here, and it's not to be missed, and we're just happy that Drew and I can encapsulate that into our amazing sauces that we love to make for everybody.
We've been able to meet, you know, everybody from John Tory the Mayor to rock stars to we've been able to go to some amazing shows and events. We've met so many people through the industry and networking. We're having a blast, and we just feel like we're just getting started here. We're just regular people, and we are kind of honored and a little bit embarrassed sometimes. Not embarrassed, but just kind of like, you know what, that kind of makes us blush, and we really appreciate all those nice compliments. But really, at the end of the day, we're just Drew and Steve, and we just want to put a really good product out there.
You can't achieve perfection, but you can always strive to achieve perfection. And so it's that strive to always do our best. That's what really helps lift our products to a better point.